have game number 2 here between Redface and Wanbokstar
Dire
Gaming,
team
who's
ban.
completely dominated game number 1
Radiant team
with the Meepo
ban.
pick, but all the other lanes also went extremely well. Redface, bit of an interesting experimental draft, perhaps you could say, at least not one that we have seen for quite a while, and it hasn't really shown anything that would redeem it, at the very least not in the face of that high of a pace. But we'll see how it goes
10
now. Some
seconds
bans
remaining.
still left to be taken. Like, we do not expect the Meepo to show up again.
5 seconds remaining.
But I don't know, stranger things have happened.
First pick Meepo? No? I think they could pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways to counter the hero, but none of these ways are super easy in my eyes.
Yeah, even if you have 5 counter picks, if you just lose all your lanes, you will lose the game.
Ban.
It's just, unless the enemy makes grave mistakes further down the road, but let's face it, if you win all 3 lanes, you probably don't make many mistakes. So, I guess I feel like they're gonna pull out either something extremely similar on Wanbok, or they go with a more mediocre strat. But I feel like they want to go for more pushing, because that worked really well, and Redface did not really have any response to just a dominating playstyle.
5 seconds remaining.
Again, there's a few other heroes that fit that same kind of niche, or niche, depending on where you stand in that particular issue. And again, Argon would come to mind as one of the more prominent ones. We'll see if they think of that, or if they like to play it.
Everything but Arcwarden.
Don't like that hero?
I get nightmares of Arcwarden. He's the worst. He's the worst as any support player would definitely say to. It's just you can't do anything against him alone. Like you need team coordination, and especially in pub games, that you know that can tend to be quite hard. So yeah, I'm not a fan of Arc.
I think it's like you, because that's a full-fledged hero, more or less, on the clone. Like you have to gank him, or have to gank it if you want to get rid of it, like you would normal hero. Which means that like 2 or 3 people support can't do it alone, or they just get shredded.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah.
But you don't get a whole lot out of it. 180 gold is not a lot in comparison to the time it takes and the investment of resources into getting that in the kill in the first place. But if you don't do it, you're just gonna push out the lanes and kill all your towers. If you do it, then well, he's still farming elsewhere. It's
just not a game.
It's
just not a ganking meta anymore. But speaking of that, Redface, like we don't care about meta. We just pick Earth Spirit. Exactly the opposite. And hey, that's a first pick Pangolier. That's a first indeed.
First face pick anyway, and yeah, I like seeing Pangolier being played.
Radiant team
fun to see them roll around, see and try and use the Rolling Thunder, just abuse the Swashbuckle.
You could really say Wanbok is rock and roll in this draft.
Yeah. Just hope he's not going to the cube build.
Oh.
Just a shared tango, and then rushing straight towards him. Not buying a single item.
I mean, if it works, right?
More often than not, it doesn't. That's the thing.
5 seconds remaining.
Couple more bans. No Luna. Nagasar already banned. I mean, it's still just a Beastmaster, right? You can roll up the Pangolier when it's rolling around, so you already have a decent way to deal with that.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, Tinkerman coming out, Lunaban out. That's reasonable. If you pick the Pango, you don't. You want to eliminate all these hard-hitting carries. A little bit interesting it is indeed, because there's a Beastmaster who, which roar can interrupt the Pangolier. That is quite handy. They did ban out the Nagasar in first phase, and that is one prominent opponent down the road.
10 seconds.
There's still heroes like Bane and whatnot to be concerned. However, I don't think they're gonna draft specifically against it, because they already have the Warlock as an answer. It's just I feel like they want to stack up on fighting power. They need to get a little bit of push in. Death Prophet would come to mind, not being banned out. But the mid play strikes me a little bit as more action oriented, so I don't think Death Prophet is going to be the pick for them here.
How about that DK though?
Get out.
No.
10
We
seconds.
said action
remaining.
here, not sleeping here, right?
Oh. It's sort of action though. It
5
turns into a
seconds.
No,
freaking
no
dragon.
action.
Okay.
Yeah, he turns into a dragon and then turns around and runs under his tower.
Yeah.
Wow, so much action.
Oh. Let's see, maybe something like Queen of Pain instead, but probably not in this pick either way. As, still looking for their 5 position support. Jakiro, Witch Doctor, still in the pool. Wouldn't hate to see him go for something like a Lion or Shadow Shaman, even just add some more control. It's more
Shadow Shaman
reliable
would be
ways to
fine.
just control team fights.
I'll do something fancy, like maybe Coddle could work.
Oh, yeah.
Malik is pretty good at Spangolier.
Earth
Oh.
Shaker.
It's a Nerf Shaker.
Radiant team.
Okay.
Ember Spirit.
Not a fan of that, to be quite honest. Because Earth Spirits, I mean, maybe they're going for an Earth kind of draft. I mean, Beastmaster is close enough to the Earth anyway, running around in the forest. But I don't know, Earth Spirit is out of the meta for a good reason already. Like, he's relatively weak early on without levels. Same for the Earth Shaker. And
10 seconds
Wanbokstar,
remaining.
if they pick heroes to exploit that, then
5
they're gonna have a
seconds
really good early
remaining.
game already as well.
Dire team pick.
Shadowfiend against Ember. Oh, wow.
Radiant
It's-
team back.
There's the Invoker.
Okay.
He has been baited by the Ember pick. Oh.
That's decent enough against Ember, just with just depending on how the raises stack up and how the levels work out.
Well, Ember deals a good amount of damage that Shadowfiend can't avoid, though, and I think if you have like a hero rotating in, which a
10
full position could
seconds
do,
remaining.
it's really dangerous to go Shadowfiend against Ember.
5 seconds.
But hey,
remaining.
it got even worse for the Shadowfiend because now there's an Invoker sitting in mid, and that's one of the best counters you can have. Exalt Invoker absolutely shreds you.
Yeah.
Not sure if they want to ban the Clockwork. Could fit it in, but just go Earthshaker carry, rush Aghanims.
Yep.
Just like my Turbo games. Best Aghanims in the game, but you rarely get it. It's so
Probably need
cool.
They probably need something like that just to try and salvage this draft, but not even
10
sure if they
seconds
would
remaining.
get enough money for that axe in the first place. But yeah, I mean, thing is with Invoker,
5
like
seconds
in
remaining.
a lot of mid lanes, he can be just outpaced because he's kind of weak early on. But Shadowfiend is as well if you don't have the cogs to start off with, so should be doing just fine in that sense as well. And I don't know. We've yet to see the last 2 picks, but I still want to favor Wanbokstar Gaming already.
Yeah, they arguably have at least 3 better picks. Their only weakness right now is that they don't really have that active support on the map. But they're gonna fix that with the last pick, and what could it be though? It's gonna be a beefy support. I would say Sand King. That is still in the pool. That's pretty good against Shadowfiend and Earth.
Spirit Breaker.
Why not? I can see it. It's
Charging,
both heroes.
rolling,
Dire
and
team
remnanting, and
Alchemist.
I love that actually. But
Elder Titan looks pretty good as well. I would say Elder Titan. Oh, he's banned. Never mind. First phase. Wanbok, please.
would have been really good. Yeah. There's a whole lot of melee heroes already on side.
Radiant team pick.
Legion Commander.
Support Pangolier. Interesting.
It's gonna be rolling around. Was this a jungle legion? Huh?
Oh no, please, mercy.
Put Iron Talon into Midas? Oh wait.
Yeah, right. That will work.
What
That
tier
will
is
show him.
this?
Man stands
Choose
ready.
your hero.
This is Sven coming out.
Not a fan of Sven at all. You have okay, so the main problem is there's a root on the Ember Spirit, and then you have to deal with like Deafening Blast and Cold Snap. And Sven doesn't have a lot of attack speed, so unless he gets that free jump with Earthshaker homing in with Shadowfiend on top, they will never get a single kill against Wanbok. That's an ideal game for a Legion Commander. Everybody has to hit you.
Please, guys, all group up. The overwhelming odds. Well, walking in immediately scouted out by Mayrock. And well, at least secure this one rune. If they could also perhaps run in, secure the secondary one. Don't know that Pangoli actually wants to fight us.
30 seconds to
Hard piece of level 1? No?
Too late for that.
But what about your movement slow? I don't know. I still don't like hard pierce. I think it doesn't fit the hero. It just... It seems it has no real synergy whatsoever.
Because like, you get hard pierce when you swashbuckle somebody.
Yeah,
You
and then
don't
you can't hit him.
Like,
the battle begins.
because you're not a right-clicking hero per se, so it's
That's
a bit of a...
This will do nicely.
But I mean, these other spells make up for it. They're very powerful.
Here.
So maybe having one weaker spell or weaker ability is probably needed to balance the hero out a little bit more.
Yeah. On the other hand, you have the shield crash, which is extremely good. Especially if you have any other damage block coming in, then you just don't take any damage. You can go to like 80% reduction, then comes the damage block into effect.
What year is this? Our Spirit on the field, 2v2 mid. It's like they're reverting back to 2017.
Yeah, but 2v2 mid, and that's the Shadow Fiend. He's gonna get outlasted by an Invoker. Only get one of the range denies. And there's 2 range now.
See a Pangolier trying to trade for Beastmaster in the offlane.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Warlock mid is way bottom. I would have expected Warlock to be the classic safe lane defensive support, but...
Oh, I don't... Yeah, I think Ember is fine, he's okay.
Okay. Gonna get the first blood, he's gonna die for it. That's where Warlock could have been helpful, but... That little self cancel there from Abbas. A lot of weird things happening in this game that I don't quite understand just yet.
Skirmish bottom as well, but hey, it's a Legion Commander, even on level 1, she's fairly tanky. Despite only having 1 armor.
It's a big overwhelming odds if you want it.
I'll totally throw that out. As soon as he comes in range. There we go. We'll miss the last hit? Nope. Got them all.
A couple of right clicks now with the moment of courage can heal himself up a little bit more. Well, force to heal himself, he might still end up dropping here if any more lockdown can body block, but they can't, so just walks it off, finds a DD rune. As if he needs help trading.
Double damage.
Ah, it's a scary Warlock.
53 base damage, not the worst.
Ooh, Instinct.
Double
Battle mid. Has the raise. More than enough. Interesting. In terms of losses, he's actually ahead of the Invoker by Mal. 13 to 3. To 7, not to 3. That's still nice. Close enough. Root top.
Roll in, lock Balaz in, but also put another body between him and Omenich. He'll be alright. Still a few tangos left to munch on. Red Face himself, not so much. I mean, these lanes at the very least not going as badly as it went last game. It's always nice progress to have, especially this mid one.
Yeah, it's not a Meepo. Legion is going bottom, kind of bottom, potentially.
Pretty close to death there, but hey.
Here comes the Warlock.
Not for you.
Has a Mango stun to work with if he wants to be greedy. Now he's out of range. Okay.
On the flip side, that's quite a big helpful for Legion Commander to heal up. It's going to take a while. It's just a fissure and a punch.
Don't take that
Rip.
attitude with me.
Level 1 Shadow Word at the time didn't actually heal him up all that big.
Hard
Hard
piercing.
Piercer, slowing him down. Look at these sick right clicks.
Just saying, make it an effect like it's hard piercer. Like he's using a rapier anyway, so might as well go for like a javelin effect that pierces through.
Yeah. Let's see what the mighty Ice Rock decides.
Nah, mid lane
Just
is...
depends on how much he wants it to get make them competitive, I guess. Because that seems to be what most of the
Bonded, you and
balance
I.
seems to revolve around, so... Oh god.
Ah, it's an Invoker.
How did he show himself there? With low health.
Eyes out.
Okay, I'm a little bit out of it right now. It's
Yeah, it's not the usual kills.
I mean, Ember's been completely left alone in the safe lane, and
What have we here?
a bit crazy here in this 1v1s.
Yeah, and Invoker losing the mid lane, that's pretty... Yeah, that's surprising. It's a Shadow Fiend. That should not happen.
Stunning. Accelerate under the tower, Lotus also showing up. So the Fissure throw out, but there it is. That's actually already here, that rolling in. Follow-up stun, extra with the extra Storm Hammer.
You're no great shape.
Gonna get that kill. All super low,
Yeah.
but I also have a
Radiant's
shrine
bottom
still, so
tower
that's
is under
gonna be
attack.
absolutely fine. So far so good. The Surgebird has been a part of quite a few actions already. 3 assists, not the best score I've ever seen. 6 minutes in, but also not the worst.
Well, we have 2 kills on the Earthshaker. He's gonna have boots, he has the magic mod already up and running. Oh yeah, actually goes down.
Tower shot actually killing him, I think.
Ignorance ensured your demise.
Alright, the more levels Invoker gets, the harder it actually becomes to just raise him down. And not be punished for it. Essentially.
Yeah, and gets a free regen ring. Post trouble. Free Sunstrike.
It is that bottom. Oh, just on fire. Would that have been enough to kill Skunk actually? It's not quite now.
No, not quite. Only level 6 on Invoker. Not that much yet.
Yeah, just imagine like the synergies between Crown as well. I haven't really talked much about that, but once he gets Duel, you're always gonna have the Sunstrike for the extra damage.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice, not to mention like Swashbuckle, if he's in range you can kind of throw in that extra damage.
Ember Spirit with a lot of farm can get killed early on. Same goes to the Warlock. You always have a guaranteed teamfight you can take. And then you have that, of course, you have dual Sunstrike coming in.
As we're all trying to make stuff happen. Fought up stun off the Priest, but maybe brought him down to half health.
Yeah, he also stunned the creep.
And the AoE still caught him, so it's fine.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, you have a lot of control, but where's the damage gonna come from, right? It's gonna come from the Sven if he has his ultimate, maybe that's enough. Or beyond that, it has to be the Shadow Fiend. But it's not having the best time right now. Top lane, alright. Down again, goes on the roll, but the damage of time, Flame God, no way to eat through that, so it's still taken away. To get that kill, and now it's an ultimate on cooldown too, that you could have used otherwise.
Yeah, no, Ron. You mentioned in the last game, the plus 20 seconds that they really, or well, the plus 10 seconds, they really do hurt. It reduces your timings. Basically, Beastmaster's here all about his cooldown. The moment you don't have your ultimate is the moment where you go into jungle, go on the lane, just farm, and show yourself on the map. Rotations, bottom. Pango up here again.
Illusion's trying to cancel the clarity from the Warlock. He's able to keep the last few seconds alive.
Value.
Middle lane though, that's a roll in on the Invoker. 1 race, 2 race, not enough mana for a 3rd one though. And TP in from Warlock to make sure. Instincts will be absolutely fine. And now Sunstrike. Oh, actually caught Red Face here.
Oh, sniper here. Really well placed.
Oh man. That's a fierce Batman. That's a duel. No Sunstrike for him though, and not winning it. Still getting the kill, and Accelerate not dying either to the last punch. No mistake from the Spirit, not the Swashbuckler. Another kill, killing spree in fact for Abbas.
That's 5 kills in the rank without getting anything in return from Red Face. It's starting to fall apart. 3k gold lead at 9 minutes is no joke. Like that will propel them forwards. Like especially if the Legion gets a fairly early blink dagger. If the Pangolier gets anything, like an Ember best scenario, like Travels are now up and running.
It's multiple ready to get back to the shrine a little bit quicker. Now they've about half the duration left. Go for another play. They're gonna end the first though. Stuns, silences galore, but not enough. Even though he doesn't have a defensive run up, he still manages to get enough distance. If they chase him, gonna run straight into the rest of them. Going for the duel can come out though. Nestle swashbuckle doing a decent amount of damage and Sunstrike. Not even needed to get that particular kill full of stun. But the heals are there now. Duel ready to go whenever they want. There it is. You have enough damage they do this time. Plus 10. Now the roll. I won't dive in tower just yet though, but there it is. Just going for lap of honor before he actually goes for the stun. The kill onto Onage. That's the golem also. Want to be part of the party and certainly is. Lotus with a lot of AoE stuns, but we're actually leading into anything. Everyone's low, but not low enough. Double kill to round out this full 5-man wipe. This guy can already respawn, but well, what do you do? Even if you wanted to fight, you really can't with a cleave build like this.
I felt so bad for the Earthshaker there. If he was 6, he would have wiped the floor with them. 3 points and aftershock together with the Echo Slam, he would have absolutely killed everybody in there. But hey.
He is 6 now, he got the golem.
Oh, worth it. Trying to get to deny. Oh no!
They can duel Sunstrike.
Had 1 HP on the tower. Oh, that's a free duel.
Axis throwing, stun. Actually catches the Pangolier in the back. Big 5-kill streak on a support hero.
Worth it. 800 gold, come on. 1k gold swing. For raw. Money going to the sun.
Every single coin. 3.3k net worth, whereas the Legion is sitting at 5k, and everyone else, all the other cores, even above that. So they need to do some serious stacking, as mid lane. That should be a good kill. A couple of right clicks, drop off the raises. Well, gotta say, this Earthspirit look is a good look on them, even though it might not be enough in the long run.
It's interesting how both teams place the wards on the exact same spots across the map. Like that's the second time this happened. That both spots are the exact same.
Just the Legion Commander just picked up a DD rune, Blink Dagger already. So if anyone's showing in mid, just gonna pounce on that.
Yeah, they saw the rotation from the Legion though, with the ward at the bottom rune.
Yeah. Good thing too. Don't really want to feed more damage towards that Legion. But hey, they might still find the Sven. They're drawing lines to it, but yeah, he's TPing out. Right, slowing things down. So what you need to do is
Raw top.
try to surround you with the X-Slam though, that's enough lockdown. Enough magic damage through that flame guards to actually get the quick kill.
Yeah, that's how you play Earthshaker. You just max out Aftershock. It's his best spell, arguably, after the Echo Slam.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Both Fissure and Enchant Totem are just enabling spells for that passive, and Fissure, while it has great utility, doesn't really scale well. So just maxing out Aftershock, I think it's a new way to go.
Well, so you help them out in that regard. Cast 3 or 4 spells, that's 150 damage each time, plus 1.5 seconds stun duration. Seems pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's really stun duration. It makes it you can stun somebody for 6-7 seconds easily enough without the ultimate. That is, with the ultimate it doubles up to like 10.
Here we go. Second again.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Talk about snowballing heroes, right? I mean, Meepo was one of them in the last game, and he can certainly do similar things. Maybe not quite as effectively. Kind of reliant on the ultimate as this happens, but maybe not just your ultimate, but somebody else's. Rock being dropped to help kill off Skunk, another remnant forward. Finalize that kill. And now they have a creeper coming in soon to be able to push with them. The kill in the backlines 3 against 1. It's a bit unfair. X-Slam and cooldown 2, so check even if you walked in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gonna push it T2 now. They have pretty good heroes at that, and there's no Blink Dagger on the Earth just yet. No Echo Slam either. Going on the Shadowfiend top.
Stopping that push here, fight the Shadow Fiend, they will be able to.
Yeah.
Well,
Gotta make
ways to deal
sure.
with it, but they actually have to execute it.
Yeah, talking about ways to deal with. They're 8k gold ahead, but they haven't really taken any T1 tires beside the bottom one after push yet. Did some decent damage on the T2, but probably gonna get a kill on the Sven.
I'm not sure about that, duel. Sunstroke comes out. Alright.
Easily enough. Too much damage for Sun to do with, despite the fact he used the Warcry with the bonus armor.
Warcry and God Strength. How's that level 10 talent, by the way? This is... It's very interesting.
It's
Rock 700 magic damage at level 10. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like one of these prominent stuff that could be changed. Like this, even the spell amplification to be swapped out, right?
Nicely.
Like put the spell amp down to like 8%, like as a hero, put it on level 10 talent, then put the Flame Guard DPS on level 20, and put the Flame Guard Absorption on 15, or reverse. Because arguably the searing change is pretty powerful, but yeah, the Flame Guard build is actually pretty good. Too bad free.
Smoke rotation in, they do see the Warlock roar him up. Oh, he's against one, that's a very easy kill indeed. Wait, he can't initiate, he says sorry for being caught out, alright. Not really his fault, I would say.
Radiant's middle tower
He says my
is
fiends
under
will
attack.
avenge me, but didn't you get killed by Shadow Fiend? That doesn't make sense, Warlock.
There's other fiends. It's like, if there's Shadow Fiend, it's maybe also a
Light Fiend.
Dire's middle tower
Mirror
is under
Fiend.
attack.
What?
A Neon Fiend. Like Neon Knights.
No, I can't follow you.
Okay. It's maybe too elaborate.
Like smoking
Rotation
coming
go
out.
the other way. And
Yeah.
it's been scouted. If they only get the Service though, it'll still be a dual win, so
50 now.
Discover what lies beyond.
it's before level 2 and level 1 stayed the same, but the
Dire's
extra
middle
levels have
tower
been buffed.
is under attack.
18 used to be level 3 and now it's level
Whatever
2.
that was, 'twas scarcely
Free
worth
kill
my
up top 2
notice.
for the Invoker.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, it's starting to get to the point where some of these heroes are looking to get out of control. Not just the Legion, but also the Invoker and even the Empress Bird. Like, he's keeping up quite nicely. He has that Boot of Travel. He bounces around the map freely to farm wherever he pleases.
Yeah, I just really think they need to put more emphasis on the Earthshaker for Redface, because you're still struggling to find that Blink Dagger. He's at 900 gold. He was over 1,600 for quite a while and still doesn't have it. Like,
Radiant's middle
ooh, Ember.
Slightly mistimed, but beautiful dodge and stun, but not enough in the end. But standing up for the Sunstrike kill, 1 4 in exchange. So gotta be in favor of Redface, especially if they can find the Invoker. He's kind of out of mana, did get the Ice Ball down though.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Kind
under
of hard
attack.
now. 2 heroes linked up with the Golem being dropped. They want to take more of this. Well being used, and Redface will be dead. No stun though for Uncle Stunk. The Roar separating them though with the extra stuns. Beautiful roll in from the Pangolier. On top of that, that Fission as well to bounce off of. So Earthshake actually helping in that regard. So 3-for-1 trade still. The duel comes out. And well, Pangolier drops, but now it's only Black Lotus left alive. Too much longer. Just playing them in the end.
I might actually get out.
Sleep the end.
Nope.
Blink, right click. Nice little counter though. Your Spirit getting a quick snipe on the Warlock. Now the follow roll on extra ray. Not sure want to take this fight though, but with Shadow Fiend revealing himself. Legion will just say, nope, I've had enough. It's all good. She changed
Yeah.
the BKB from the plate.
Dire's middle tower
Oh yeah,
is
he
under
went for
attack.
it a while ago. I can understand. There's a lot of stuff he has to be concerned with. There's really only one thing that goes through his BKB, which is the Beastmaster. However, if he gets that off, there's just blinking with BKB. Nobody interrupts him, and he will get to a point where he can just kill off a Shadow Fiend or whatnot in his duel.
Yeah. That makes a lot
He
of sense.
he can't afford to get like perma-stunned if he wants to go for solo kills. Only the Sunstrike will
Radiant's
not help you out
middle
that
tower
much.
is under attack.
the reasoning is like, hey, you only get so much damage, and you don't need that extra macro damage to secure the duel wins.
School, give it.
And the only way you lose them is you get the Fire Shaker or whatever.
Talking about
Oh,
stuns.
there we go. All together, but not quite enough here to turn this around with quite a couple of remnants. Tornado, full invoker combo.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ouch! That was painful to
Middle
watch.
tower has fallen.
This is where I
3
say, ha!
stuns and a silence.
Debate it in chat or something, I don't know.
Very edgy. But yeah, just 3 stuns and a silence, and still not enough to kill off an Ember. It's just sad. Oh, Flame got observation, I guess. 700 magic damage down the drain. Down the drain. I don't even have that much magic damage. It's mainly the Earthshaker.
It's just not nowhere near where it needs to be. It needs to have like twice his net worth, and then this kill is easy. But he doesn't. Also doesn't have the levels here for the level 2 Godstring, which will also help out quite a bit. It is what it is. This day held on to the Echo Slam from the Earthshaker. Still, they have the Blink Deck up and running.
Oh yeah, it just came off cooldown. Used it in mid before in the fight. Missing it completely. Ow.
Want to not talk about it. Save his face.
And spawn. Sunspike in 15. Ah, there's a shrine. He's fine.
Dire are scanning.
We didn't see many 360 no-scopes on strikes these days.
He's tried a couple of times this game, but
Well, he hit one.
yeah, that was his one.
Radiant's
What, the
middle
Earthshaker?
tower is
Spirit?
under attack.
Yeah, with the Pangolier
It was
securing.
Watchmaker to follow up, yeah. Well, all 3 lanes being pushed in. Still tier 1 to play for me. This was
Radiant
two
structures
separate
are
lanes.
fortified.
And, I mean, one way to dodge a big Earthshaker ultimate is just spread out the
Radiant's
Mid.
try, but there's a BKB. Maybe a little bit too early. Yeah, the right click's not enough to push him off.
Radiant's
A little bit too late, I
top
should
tower
say.
is under attack.
Alright, look at it.
To call him down. They had the heal available, but BKB first and then just died.
It's a huge success, actually.
Radiant structures.
Yeah,
are
it gives them 1,000 gold. With the golem, that amps it up. Ooh, Earthshaker going mid. Has to blink.
I gotta say, I like the way they're playing this. By the red face, like they see these opportunities and they go for them, right? So it doesn't always work out as the top lane or top rune engagement showed, but in this case it did. Like they get the kill on Legion, don't lose any of their own heroes, get the golem forced out, and then Warlock showing himself mid, just being greedy, he also gets punished for it. So making things happen here. Beastmaster dies again up top to an invoke combo. This is something that you have to try and avoid in the future, because it's 3 different cores that you have to worry about equally.
Yeah, this Invoker is getting pretty big. Only level 21. 14k net worth, 12k for the Ember Spirit, then comes the Shadow Queen with 10k on the same level as the Legion. Looking for targets top. Nobody there.
Radiant's
Nobody's
top
home.
tower
I
is
think they
under
just give
attack.
up this T2. It's low anyways.
That really
Oh,
works.
are they?
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's careful not to run to random sentry making plays like that. But if they go too far out, and did have the backup
Dire's
from the
structures
Earthshaker.
are fortified.
Lights are being torn, Roshan is being pinged.
Radiant are scanning.
So looking for these objectives to try and make sure that they can nip this game in the bud safely. Well,
Yeah,
I guess he has other plans. He's just more or
Warlock.
less done here, but there's a Warlock being caught out. All right. One freebie, Tornado, maybe catches 2. EMP. Like those can actually fight right now. This Cataclysm comes out. It's quite a few heroes here. Shadowfiend is super low. Even with the BKB, just need one more right click to come out in the end with Swashbuckle or anything. That is just leave it for the Slider Fist. Yeah, that's Tornado EMP.
Radiant's
That's
middle
That
tower
worked.
It
has
didn't
fallen.
even have enough mana to cast any more spells.
Gotta say, turns out catching 3 Cataclysms on a Shadow Fiend does really hurt. Even with beaking. Well, Earthshaker.
4 kills, taking out Earthshaker. There's 4 spells,
actually.
all of the spells right now. They can't be able to get to the Pangolier, but Ember Spirit is still absolutely fine. A Tornado, oh god, just keep them all inside that big old meatball. It's so dead. Last actually stealing all of these kills. Okay, next one with the Lotus. Ultra.
All of them.
Your best effort.
Come on, get yourself your Rampage.
Oh, there's a duel.
Radiant's middle
Losing that's in the tower.
He's giving it to him.
It's
There we go. I was just on the edge.
Oh well, yeah. Go straight
Yeah.
fire. Just drop the golem on this house. Why not? Just force it.
Yes, stun those towers.
Radiant's middle tower
Here comes Shadow Fiend. Ah, well.
He's raising. And he's BKB in. Lazin.
God, he's going back to fighting.
Frank. Come on. Kill on Invoker. And, well, at this point we have to maybe slow down a little bit.
And that Beastmaster TP takes so long. He could have ran and he would have been faster even with the route. Well, I guess we postponed this a little bit. 1k gold from that kill. That's crazy. Only 1k gold for the Invoker. He's so far ahead though. No?
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
But you gotta stun one of those friends. Standing right next to each other. Oh, just time up. Oh, beautiful roll though. Turn things around. That's perma stun. Ember Spirit was fine, but red face not so much. The duel comes out on the Shadow Fiend. That'll be another victory.
Gets the kill, but
He gets the duel damage.
yeah, pretty much.
Plus 96 still. Oh man, this is comedy of errors here.
Yeah, but there's so much money on this right now. 26k gold, even 6k or 5k stacked up on the Ember. That's a full core item, but whatever he wants. Full Lincoln Sphere will come out on the Invoker. Legion Commander going towards the pipe. Interesting. Finish up the Heaven's Halberd. So now this arm is pretty good.
Yeah, pipe is just completely negating heroes like Earthshaker, Sand King. Big magic damage ultimates, like you soak up so much of that spread out damage.
Yeah, I guess with Shield Crash, with the Crimson eventually finishing up and the pipe, Paglia does no longer believe in damage.
Yep.
Max Division. I'm actually backing off. Did you see this? Oh no, they're just smoking. It's actually pretty decent smoke that was just outside the ward range. They suggest, they're thinking about the Roche Pit, something we completely ignored. They see the Invoker in the mid though, this is their target. Oh!
Go for Roche, nice little stun, nicely done, stun the creep.
That was so smart.
Protect that otherwise, so now, can they get out? That's the question. All slowed down, Skunk. We roared up here on Legion Commander, so they will not win the duel outright, but Skunk still. No trouble throws on the stun of zone though, with a follow-up roll. They're doing this, or are they? Maybe it was a fade here with the Ember Spirit coming in, everyone linked up together. Double the goal, two is down, ready, red face, next on the list, last forward. This is 3 for 1 trade in the end. This is the big problem, right? You have all the stuns, but if you expend them on that initial kill, what else do you have to throw out towards the rest of them? What damage do you have to throw out? Now,
oh, there's 1 damage left.
Straight down there.
Also, we've got a big ultimate.
Straight in. BKB forced out, back into the fountain. If you want to go out without that BKB, you're gonna be super slow. Skunk linking forward, stun on 1. BKB, you're still on cooldown for 14 seconds. Duel comes in, makes a very easy kill. And, well, finish up both of these cores very easily. Ancient is also going to die. Game number 2, not quite as fast, quite as decisive, but still. Definitely victory for Wanbokstar.
Yeah.